What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today, we have some stuff to get done. We're actually gonna be resolving probably arguably my biggest regret with this G80 M3, which if you guys follow my channel, you'll know exactly what it is. It's this interior. Yeah, this interior. Don't get me wrong, there's a couple things I regret about this car. I actually made a whole video about it. I think this though is probably my biggest regret because I love driving this car, but sometimes it's a little tough, man. You got to be really careful with what you wear in it. Like you can't wear jeans. It's just sort of a pain. And then obviously it gets really dirty. Streaks just happen super easily. I don't know if you guys can see this here. My daughter got in the back seat and yeah, she put her shoes all over it. Literally like just really briefly, but it made the seats look horrible. And it's funny because I hardly ever use these back seats, but yet they got dirty super quick. So we're gonna try to resolve that. I feel like I'm in here so little that I even forget things like this exist. I have a whole pass through I never use. And isn't there like a cup holder thing? Or no? No, there's no cup holder thing on this thing. I just realized that. Anyways, we're gonna clean this up and then I have something to hopefully help out in the future. So I'll show you guys what that is later. All right guys, so to get this job done, we're gonna use a couple things. Not everything here. This is what I used to use, just a leather cleaner. So I would use this with some brushes that are more specific to leather. You don't want to use anything that's too abrasive. Then I would use leather conditioner and I'd use an applicator pad. However, today we're gonna actually change it up a little bit because this one's almost out anyways. So usually this is like a two-step thing. But what I want to try to do is use this one. This one is a leather cleaner and conditioner in one. And then what we're gonna do after is use this, which is a leather or interior ceramic coating. Now, I'm not a ceramic coating aficionado, but recently, if you guys watched the last like POV video, we went ahead and ceramic coated with some like spray on ceramic coat the exterior of both the Supra and the M3. I think I only really filmed the Supra, but I did also do the M3. Now, look how much cleaner it's been. It's been literally 2 weeks since that. So I don't know, again, I've never been like a big ceramic coating person, but clearly it's worked on the exterior of the cars. And I'm hoping it's gonna work on the interior. By the way, it's actually been raining too in the meantime. So even with the rain and everything, like you can barely see any watermarks. It's still dirty, but again, it's been 2 weeks with the rain, so not bad. So I'm hoping ceramic coating the interior will help us out. And if it's easy enough to do it this way, we'll do it more consistently. But like I was saying in the beginning of the video, we have something to put on these seats to basically protect it even more. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, I definitely regret getting this interior. For those of you who are new here and you don't know the full story, my wife is actually the one who chose the ivory interior. When I was buying this car, my wife had some saying like what we spec'd out and stuff like that because, well, it's an expensive car. And although, yeah, I am the one who makes the money for the family and all that, obviously I want to make sure my wife is involved and you know, she approves of how I spend our money because culturally, you know, that's how it should be. And another fun fact for those of you who don't know, the reason why I got an M3 as opposed to an M4, because I say all the time I'm more of a coupe guy. People are like, well, why'd you get an M3? It's because my wife told me, if you're gonna spend that much money on a car, get a car we can use with the family, which is a very fair and very valid point. All right, anyway, so to use this stuff, we're going to essentially take it, spray it onto the brush a bit, and now, that sounds loud. Very simple, we're going to brush this stuff clean. So let's start with some of the more problematic areas. I don't know if this is gonna work as well as like the specific leather cleaner stuff. If I feel like it's not, we might switch and try the other one. We're definitely picking up some dirt, but I feel like the other cleaner works better. All right guys, so I wasn't really happy with the way that cleaner was working. So I tried the just, you know, specific cleaner one. And you can see, it feels like it's picking up a lot more dirt. So we might have to stick with that one because yeah, it's picking up way more dirt. Not sure if the camera's really picking it up or doing it justice, but that bolster looks so much cleaner now than what it did with the other cleaner. Like, look how much more dirt is on the microfiber now. Looks like we gotta stick with this one. We don't have too much, so let's do the front seat. And then I think this one might be fine for the other seats. All right, guys, it's been some time. It's been also a really good arm workout because, man, scrubbing these seats is exhausting. But anyways, we went ahead and cleaned both bucket seats. Hope you guys can tell a difference on camera. I'll try to get some close-ups of the bolsters and some of the more problematic areas. This is also definitely an area that gets pretty dirty, but is it perfect right now? No, but it's definitely way better. So I'm pretty happy with the results. We also did the passenger side, so I'll quickly show you guys that. This side definitely wasn't as bad to start off with, but it also looks way better. Yeah, because obviously no one really sits over here. Usually when I'm driving this car, I'm by myself. When my wife comes with me on like date nights and stuff like that, like, you know, she's a lot cleaner than me. So this seat stayed pretty clean, the exception of a few of her hairs. Definitely not my hair, because I have none. But other than that, yeah, this seat really wasn't that bad. So now that both seats are cleaned, again, using the more, I think is probably the better leather cleaner. So if you guys want to use this one, if you really need to like deep clean your leather, I think this one is overall better. This brush too, it's also like a little more coarse. It's not too coarse. Anyways, since we did that, we obviously don't have any conditioner on it. So we're going to separately take our conditioner and we're going to condition the seats. Now, I mentioned in some other videos the benefits of conditioning your seats. If you guys don't know, I'll quickly really explain. It's essentially like, think about it as moisturizer for your body, except it's for your leather. So these seats obviously can dry out and they can crack, especially on bolsters over here. You guys can see it's already kind of wrinkling a bit. So this is meant to keep it conditioned and softer, so that way it is less likely to happen. Alrighty guys, so a few moments later, both front seats are conditioned. We will come back and ceramic coat them after. Probably gonna give it like a day to really soak in with the conditioner. So I'll do some research, like when's the best time for the ceramic coating. But in the meantime, I wanna clean some of the other items like the door cards, the rear seats, again, using this, which will be a one-step solution. So it should take us less time. I'm not gonna film this part. I really wanna show you guys the other thing that I got to protect these front seats, which I was planning on doing after ceramic coating, but to keep it all in this video and so I can upload it tomorrow, I'll show you guys in a bit. So for you guys, it's gonna be an instant. For me, it's gonna be some more physical labor of scrubbing and cleaning, but I'll catch you guys in a second. All right, boys, more time has passed and a lot more has been done. I know I don't record everything or show everything on camera. When I did the video about ceramic coating the Supra, a lot of people got triggered because I didn't pre-wash the car or clean the mitts. I do all that stuff. Well, at least that stuff I did. Some stuff I missed because, you know, I'm definitely not a professional. But that stuff I did do, I just cut it out of the video because I don't want these videos to be an hour long. No one's gonna watch it. So anyway, same thing here. We did a lot of stuff. I'm just not including everything in the video. So I cleaned the door cards. For this stuff, like I said, I only used this spray. Now I will say, guys, this stuff does work. Like, it definitely does clean and it looks like it conditions, because you guys can see it looks a little like shinier-ish. That's a sign of conditioning. But it doesn't clean as well as other cleaners. So if you guys really need to deep clean your car, don't use this. I actually might leave this in my trunk as like a quick cleaner because it can quickly clean and clean and condition. But as like a deep cleaner, I would not use this again. The other one was way better. You guys can see the seats look 10 times better. Again, not perfect. The back seats also look better. We did the door cards as well. You guys can see that. Back seats do look good. A lot of those stains are now gone. Not sure if you'll be able to tell. So yeah, it definitely does clean. It's just not the best. So we're all good with that. The next thing I want to show you guys is something that is pretty obvious and something I know I probably should have gotten a long time ago, but I was doing a lot of shopping and I don't want to just buy anything. I wanted to get something that I thought would be good and last long, and most importantly, fit the bucket seats. You guys can probably guess where I'm going with this, but I got some seat shields. So these are 100% waterproof, sweatproof, odorproof, universal fit. So these are not made specifically for the bucket seats, but I can confirm they do fit because again, I already opened one up. They're super easy and quick to use, which I really like about them because I don't want these just on my seats all the time. You guys can see it pretty much looks like a towel, almost like with a hood. So back here is the hood. So pretty much, again, pretty simple. You lay it on almost like a blanket. You take the hood portion and you put it over the seat, just like that. And then you bring this part here. There's a little strap over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's gonna go underneath the seat. And then, yeah, you just do like that and it'll cover the seat. So make sure we cover the bolsters. What I like to do is kind of give it like a little bit of a tuck here. So that way it's a little more in place, because believe it or not, this is gonna pull down. So you actually want a little more slack in this area. So pull it up, tuck it in, and then you're pretty much good to go. Is it the prettiest thing? No. It pretty much looks like a towel. Now I know some of you guys are gonna say, well, why don't you just get a towel? One, because the towel is gonna look like a towel. Towel, I think, is gonna look worse. It's gonna fit a lot worse, and it's not gonna stay. The nice thing is, this thing has that hood, so it honestly stays. It moves a little bit by the bolsters, but overall, it is good. Like I said, guys, I have two of these. One of them I already opened. I actually already had it on the driver's seat, and I was testing it out, but before I really leave these things on, I wanted to clean the seats. Now, like I was saying, I wanted something that was quick to take on and off, so it is literally as easy as that to take off. So super quick and easy. The reason is because, well, honestly, I want to enjoy these seats. Like if I go on a date night or something, like I still want to be able to use these seats, but I do want to be able to drive this car more often, guilt-free. Again, the ivory seats really make it hard because, you know, I mean, you guys see what happened to them. I really wish I got the orange. It is what it is. But otherwise, guys, this was a quick way of me kind of protecting my last regret. So hopefully it works. Those car seat protectors should definitely work. But anyways, with that said, this video's pretty much done. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.